Second down.
This is one of the rarest sports games ever released on the PlayStation 1. And it's not rare because of what's on the disc, but because of this little green strip right here. This is NFL Blitz 2000, the greatest hits version, and it can sell for thousands of dollars. Max here. I'm gonna tell you the bizarre story of how a reprint became the most expensive PS1 game of all time. If you grew up in the late 90s, you probably remember the NFL Blitz series. Big hits, no penalties, 7-on-7 arcade football. It was chaotic, over the top, and absolutely perfect for couch multiplayer. NFL Blitz 2000 brought updated rosters, tighter gameplay, and the same anything-goes attitude that made the original so addictive. On PS1, it was a blast, but it was also a fairly common sports title, or so people thought. Sony's greatest hits line was simple. If a PlayStation game sold over a certain number of copies, they reprinted it with a green label and usually at a lower price. Most of the time, the greatest hits version is more common than the original black label release. But for NFL Blitz 2000, the exact opposite happened. Here's where things get strange. Collectors believe the greatest hits run for NFL Blitz 2000 happened very late in the game's sales life, maybe even when interest was fading. That meant Sony produced only a tiny number of copies. On top of that, sports games weren't exactly hot collector items in the early 2000s, so these green label Blitz discs just sat on store shelves or disappeared entirely. For years, hardly anyone noticed the variant existed, and by the time collectors caught on, the supply had basically frozen. That's why today you might see only 1 or 2 complete copies surface in an entire year, and they're fought over like crazy at auction. In 2024, a complete greatest hits copy sold for around $2,500. Then in early 2025, the market exploded. In April, one copy went for $7,500. Even loose discs can break the $1,000 mark. That's for a sports game reprint, a category that usually sells for just a few bucks. It's the definition of an outlier. What's even cooler is that this isn't the only time a greatest hits version has ended up being rarer than the black label. There's a small but growing niche of PS1 collectors who specialize in these green label oddities, chasing them because they're unexpected, and in some cases, far harder to find. NFL Blitz 2000 Greatest Hits just happens to be the crown jewel of that hunt. So next time you see a green Greatest Hits label in the wild, don't assume it's worthless. It might just be hiding a rare value. If you enjoyed this quick dive into gaming history, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment telling me the rarest game you've ever come across.